Hi. I'm just trying to set everything up. Let me just 'cause I haven't done it for a while, and you just forget how. And it's changed as well. The layout of everything has changed. So I'm just trying to get the Zoom and the YouTube. Yeah, get it all working together. Okay, I think that's. Nope, I don't do that. Uh, okay, I think that's it. Yeah, just yeah.
Hello, Kelly.
Hi.
Good to see you.
So it's all set up now. So I've put the Zoom link into the YouTube chat, so you can click on that and you can join the Zoom. Um, so yeah, this is the first Zoom for I'm not sure, is it a month, less than a month? Um, so I was doing it weekly and now I'm doing it once a month. So it'll be the last Thursday of the month, at 6 o'clock. Um, and so I haven't got a title either for this talk. It was all like last minute, so I haven't got a title. So we'll just speak about non-duality and see what comes out. And yeah, my hands are freezing. It's a bit cold here. So I'll just do an introduction and then open it for any questions. So, so in this subject, we're talking about something that isn't spoken about. Ooh. So that's a little gnat coming my way. What is that? Um, Um, yeah, we're talking about something that isn't talked about, spoken about. But because it can't be, on one hand, it can't be spoken about. Well, there was two things there. Secondly, it's gone. You can't be spoken about. And then secondly, it just isn't spoken about. It just isn't spoken about because it's not not noticed or seen. So it isn't spoken about on one hand, but also it's you can't speak about it. So you could view it as like the weirdest subject ever. The weirdest subject, and yet also you could view it as the most beautiful, mysterious, wonderful subject. And so although it can't be spoken about, it is, it is. I mean, that's wonderful. Like it is. It is. I mean, how beautiful is that? You can't quantify or qualify it. And yet it is. Can't have ownership over it. You can't pass it on. You can't, you can't use it, do anything with it. It is. It's the most beautifulest thing. And yet it seems as if humans have forgotten it. It seems as if humans are like pasted over the top of it. It seems that way. But in actuality, it can't be. It can't be covered. It can't be hidden. Like only in the human world can there be this seeming remembering of something, this seeming waking up. That can only happen in the human reality. So as humans with this complicated mechanism, brain, that has this complex ability to draw pictures and have words and language. There seems to be this complicated structure born out of that ability, out of that functioning. This identification with it, with what is drawn, the pictures, the thoughts, the ideas, that functioning of thoughts, of thinking. And so in that, there's this dream that happens, this dream of time, this dream of what seems to be happening, this storyline, this abstraction of thought. And there seems to be this breaking of that, possibility of the breaking of that. Possibility of the illusion of that being like covering up this freedom. And we label that waking up, we call that waking up. Waking up to the dream of thought. And that's what non-duality, that's what these talks and meetings are pointing at. This pointing out the illusion of thinking, of thoughts, of ideas, and this resonance outside of thought, outside of time. This freedom, this love, this wholeness, this beingness. So yeah, if you would like to ask anything about that, then you can write in the YouTube chat box, or you can join on the Zoom.
Hi, Kelly. It's like I'd like to ask a question,
Oh, I
but
can't hear you.
oh, sorry.
I think
Can't you hear
muted.
me? No, I haven't muted myself.
Check your microphones, the right microphone or something.
Can you hear me now? Oh. What about now? Ah.
You can do a sound check, I think, on Zoom as well. Yeah, if you go to microphone symbol, but the arrow pointing up, press on that. It says test speaker and microphone. Maybe you could try that and then try.
How about now? Still nothing?
It was doing something then. No, I can't hear you still. It was doing something. It was trying to connect, I think.
About now?
No. You could type it in the chat or something.
Yeah.
Oh. So just to throw that back at you then, so why would you like to ask a question?
I take it you still can't hear me now.
Just for the viewers, Catherine's written that she'd like to ask a question, but nothing's come up. So just to ask, why do you want to ask a question? Oh, you can hear Catherine. Oh, thank you, Rabka. Um, so they can hear you on the, so that means it's my end. So let me just check my audio. I better know what it is. My headphones are on in the kitchen. It might be that. Let me just change my collector speaker. Yeah, my headphones are on in the kitchen. Sorry about that. Okay, do you want to try now and see if I can hear you?
Hello, hello.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me know about that, Rabka, in the chat. Yeah, I can hear you now.
I replied to your question by saying, good question. So
Yeah.
why do I want to ask a question? I feel that generally when I speak, some assumed belief or reality gets taken apart, you know, and nulled. So when I was on the Zoom meeting with you and Walter Driscoll, I mentioned at the time that I felt completely, I had the feeling of resignation, you know, there was nothing I could do. And then whatever reply you gave, it just cleared that completely. Like it was just a yeah. It takes the top off a bottle, you know.
Yeah.
So and also like it feels like there's an opportunity to speak. So maybe I don't have a question, but there's just I don't know why it's maybe the idea that if you're on these Zoom meetings, you have to have a question in order to speak, you know. And here there's just I just fancy speaking and I don't have a questions.
Yeah. So what would you like to speak about then?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Uh, like you said in your introduction, I don't know what you're speaking about, but there is also that recognition that that is beautiful, you know, the fact that there's wanting to talk about it but not being able to talk about it, and to me that's just so beautiful, you know. Nothing can be put in a box and defined, and that's how it came across here anyway. It is beautiful because it cannot be talked about somehow, and I don't know why. Yeah, there's no understanding why, but there's just that response. It is beautiful. So there you are. I've talked now. I mean, I could say blah 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 blah, but no, I do like how you presented it. It's funny how it's not in the words, but at the same time, it is in the words. It's I guess that's the unknowable about it. And I don't know if I still get an idea of, oh, it must be something else than this. There's still this idea that if there's already no one, but if there was no one here, then object wouldn't seem real and solid. They wouldn't be seen as objects, you know. So there's still this idea that something's in the way, if I can be understood, you know, in what is shared. So yeah, so at the same time, it's not a big deal, you know.
Yeah.
Objects appear, to me, things appear as objects rather than an everything or nothing. But it doesn't feel like it's wrong, you know. The only wrongness about it would be in when there's comparison, saying, oh, over there things are not seen as things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. I, it's so attractive as well. This uh, unknowing, I find that quite attractive. Um, it can't be graspable by the mind, so sometimes it can be very frustrating. And I have enough. I can't watch any more of these Zoom meetings, and yet at the same time, I don't even know what I was going to say. It's gone. Maybe it is that sort of remembrance you talked about, I think, without knowing what it is that is remembered, you know. That's me.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. That's just lovely for me to be able to express this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost like there's a love for this as well without being able to know why.
Mm.
Love-hate relationship.
I think the hate part is more from the mind.
That because there's the idea that you can't get something that you should be able to get. I think that's that playing up. I guess it's like, look, other people have got it, so why can't you? And it is uh,
Yeah, it's all from the
it's
mind.
funny. It's funny when you're not in that, in that narrative, I guess. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Catherine.
It's me again.
Back.
I'm back. Oh, what was I going to say?
Those Gibson.
Oh, yes, yes. It's just like this apparent um, burst of wanting to talk, whether I get it or not. It's just like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's as if there was something to, I don't know. It's all blah, blah, blah now. Yes, it's just like, that's fine. I can talk. It's like, wow, I can talk.
Mm.
I don't have to know. Oh my God, I don't have to know anything. Even if I say I, unconditional freedom.
I think there is definitely a joy to this message. I think definitely there's this joy of freedom, this aliveness that isn't contained within an idea or within a person. It's this joy of being, this joy of aliveness, this joy of existence. Just this joy.
What comes up is it's regardless of anything, that joy or the expression is it, it doesn't mind, it doesn't mind what it is, how it is. It's like it doesn't need a cause, it doesn't need an explanation. Oh, how did that happen? I didn't press on it.
Okay.
La, la, la. It feels like there was like a child believing, almost like it was at a school and you've got to get it right, you know. And now it feels like there's no school. This is not a teaching and you don't have to get it right. It's already just completely natural. Yes, comes up. Like innocence, you know, and before the innocence felt trapped in trying to get something, because that's what you, if you don't get it, that's used to be bringing up fear and, you know, all this, you're stupid, or, you know, there's
Yeah,
all that.
you get in trouble and
Yes, exactly, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
so feel free to write any questions in the chat box.
I had funny thoughts this morning when I was waking up. Like if I was summoned to a court, you have to appear, you're actually summoned from the dead. And I'd have to take my birth certificate and show that's the name. I'm not the name, but there's not even anyone in the body, so you can't summon anybody to come to the court because there's no one. It's just silly ideas, silly thoughts. The mind can come up with all sorts of strange, strange ideas. Which part of the UK are you in? You can put it in the chat if you don't want people on YouTube to know.
I'm in the middle.
All right. Yeah, yeah. It actually feels funny now that I've asked that question. It's just like, it's funny, to say the location and where we are. Rather than in a room. There's a place in the country, and
I don't know, it kind of came quite natural here, like, yeah.
oh yes, yes.
Got quite natural. That was a question in the chat, okay. Thank you, Catherine, I really thank you for just, yeah, expressing that and just letting your expression come out. How else can I
Oh,
say it?
well, thank you for allowing it.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi Dee, hi Kelly. Where did you feel your sense of me? Where did you feel your sense of me before awakening? Was it an energetic contraction in the body? I have a memory, could be wrong, a memory of you asking this before around you feel it a lot in your throat or something, on your chest or your throat area or something. You feel constriction in that area. Um, where did you feel a sense of me before awakening? I suppose I would say it was maybe limited to the head. Yeah, so limited to the head, I think. More this area. Um, I'm sure it must change to different parts, but I would say predominantly probably in the head, area. But yeah, there can be tightening in the chest, stomach, throat, heart. Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you think it has something to do with the chakras in our body? Yeah, it makes sense that it's part of that. I wouldn't necessarily, I didn't call it sense of me is in my head, or I wouldn't have labeled it like that. I think the chakras in the body, as point in the body, it makes sense that they relate to that area. It makes sense, and I can understand that logically, and I can, like, if you feel fear, you might feel it in the belly, or if you feel hurt, you might feel it in the heart. It makes sense. It's very logical, and you can feel that flutter in the heart. You can feel that flutter in the belly with fear. So I think these points may react to certain things you experience. There'll be a reaction or a contraction in one of the areas, or trauma or whatever. So it makes sense. And it makes sense as well that as we say we heal something, that there's a reaction in the chakra. So it is this opening or this softening or this um healing in a chakra. So I'm not opposed to those things. I think they do have some benefit and obviously influence on the body. Um, yeah, it's hard to. I don't really know what you're asking. Do you think it has something to do with the chakras in our body? Energetic contraction, I mean. Oh, um, I really wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. I'm not opposed to that being a theory, or but I really wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. And you could go down that line of thought and think about that and research that. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't know. I think, say you're saying you feel this tightness or this pain or whatever in your throat, in your chest. So I'm assuming you've looked into chakras and how to heal them and do chanting and all kinds of things you can do to help heal those areas in the body. Massage, chanting, we're in the color of that chakra. There's lots you can do. So I would, if you're doing that already and you feel that benefit, then I would say, yeah, do that. If it's helping you feel better in the body and feel more relaxed and comfortable in the body. So there isn't that resisting of that energy, that resisting of that chakra um disbalance, and jumping into thought or jumping into head instead. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say don't do that. This is it. Don't do any work on your chakras. This is it. So don't do any other inquiry. I'm not really suggesting that at all. So if that feels good to you doing that work, then do it. Enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Opening that, healing that. Have your energetic contractions in the body or chakras changed now? I don't know. If I'm honest, I don't know. I don't really think about chakras, or I don't try to feel chakras or anything. They don't appear without any intention to try and connect to them. So I don't really think about chakras or those major points in the body. Um, so I couldn't tell you. Um, what I can say is I feel, yeah, I was gonna say, what I can say, that I do feel more open, more open. I feel more whole. Um, I feel more grounded. I feel more healthy. Um, I feel more um, I feel more like I feel more in touch or connected. Yeah, I feel more okay being in the body. I feel more okay with it. With what's happening, I feel more okay with it. Um, yeah, I feel more supported in some way. More supported. Mm. More trusting, which feels more grounded. Yeah. What you've just said resonates with me. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, yeah. Thank you for your question. So, yeah, thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for your questions. And yeah, just lots of love and yeah, I'll see you at the next stream. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.